Hello, folks. Hot Rod Rodney 25, aka Out of Scale Railroad, coming back to you with another Prestonburg area update. Um, in my changes series number 2. Um, this should be part A7, I believe, is what part I'm on this video series 2. Okay, I can't talk here. But anyway, you can see the bridge that if you watch my live feed, you should recognize that 14-inch bridge that I built out of 2 metal plates and some 5/8 project wood, which is square long piece of wood like that piece there, only it's short, but it comes in 4 foot or 3 foot. I'm sorry. But I made this ramp, and this is all liquid nailed down, and I put liquid nails up on top of everything to seal everything. And then if I decide to, or just leave it look, natural like that with the ruts and the different lines and stuff that's in it, I may leave it like that. I don't know. Depends what it looks like when it dries. But this ramp was put in, and then I put a piece of foam on this side and a piece of foam on. And let me turn this around so you can see it on that side. Okay. And the hole, and I'm sorry for the shaking this, guys. Make you seasick. I don't mean to. Right there, if you look through that little tunnel right there, that is a culvert. So when the pretend rains come here in Prestonburg, they'll all run off the parking lot and into that drain, and over here on out of the other side, which should be right, and let me look over right there, and into what's going to be a painted river. It will not have water poured in it because I'm not using foam. I'm just going to paint it and probably put a coat of Flex Seal or some kind of top seal clear coat on it. Make it kind of shiny, and then I'll dull it down a little bit. So it ain't so shiny. But really it ain't going to matter if it's real shiny back here, guys, because you're not going to see this. Once this plywood goes on top here, it's going to get dark under here, and the only thing that's going to light this area up is a few LED strips that I'm putting in underneath this framework on each piece back there, just for that mess of wires. Because if you notice, the switch is going. It is sitting over here, and the access panel that's up here will access that switch back there when I get all these other tunnel portals built. I have not got to this end of this section yet. I have not got back to any of this. This will probably be built up with stone. That I'm not sure of yet, and what all going to go up there is scenery or over here. But if we follow the ramp, the new ramp up, the mountain as I move the camera, try to move the camera real slow, and we'll come down this ramp and we'll be up on top of the mountain where we will have some kind of station or platform or some kind of waiting place for people to take a trolley ride on the trolley and go around, cross the bridge. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before on the last part and the part before, but across the bridge that ain't really showing up in the dark. And then of course they'll come over here and go to what right now the name in my head is Workbench City or Repair or Bench City. I'm probably going to change that. That's just a made up name at the moment, but it'll probably definitely get changed. But anyway, this tunnel portal is just going to sit here. I'm going to figure out how to temporarily connect it, and that way if I ever have a derailment, I can remove possibly this piece with trees or whatever's on it. I doubt I'm going to have to be in there a lot because I can get to it from over here in the back side. So I may just go ahead and tack that in place, after I paint it and redo all this. And I might do this on my live feed Thursday night, guys. I'll have all this repainted black and this all jagged edged, and over here jagged edged and stuff like that. And I may just weather it on my live chat Thursday night. I mean, that right now, that there, I may have to knock off just a little bit. That looks a little high. And this screw stick looks like it might be flat. I think I tried to push them in there and it wouldn't go no further. This one started splitting a little bit. One of them, that one there. But I'm kind of liking it because it's on a curve right there. And then this I repatched, which I might have to repatch again, but you can see where there's toothpicks in that side. But I may put this inside here so it come out right along here somehow. If I can do it with one hand. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even on camera here. Something like that. And make it look like it's, and then put some rock on that piece and make it look like an extra rock cut outside of it. And then when you look in the tunnel, you will see this will be all painted black to make it look like the tunnel is dark. Which, looking through there, I'm not sure how I would actually darken that because of the light shining in, but I'm sure I will come up with something to lay across there just to darken it up a little bit. Plus, you got to remember, when the plywood goes back on here, it might take some of this light up here out, helping this one over here. So we'll see what happens with that one. This I kind of like on the other side because I did do it like a rock cut, and it was there, made there, for there before. So we'll see how it goes. And as you can see, all this is jagged edged by an old steak knife. I just took and ran it across sideways across it and just started chipping away, and it looks kind of like cut looking rock. It's not cut as slant like I did all this, but this is, what look I was going for the ramp, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking this idea better than the old Prestonburg. Like I said, I don't know what's going to be back here yet. I was thinking, because of all this being open, which I don't know if it'll be on camera or not, but where those old sanding sponges are glued on or liquid nailed on the foam, holding it up as pillars. I don't know if I want to just make it like a cupboard open type camping area. Just a rail fanning area. Maybe put some picnic tables or something in under there and make it like a picnic area. And rail fanning area. And then or I even thought of closing all that in from pillar to pillar, and taking and putting this switch back in where that re-railer was put. And you can see I modified that compared to that bracket. I modified this bracket in order to run that box car and other bulky, taller cars in case you might have a container car or something coming up here for some reason, passing through. I gotta have room, and that car was hitting this bracket, so I cut the bracket the other day. So it's only hanging there by one of those little hooks that's on them, one of those lock-in brackets. Well, this piece broke off when I was grinding and wire wheeling it up to try to make it, get the burrs and stuff off of it. Well, I evidently hit something in the wrong spot and it flew off. So I will deal with it having one hook. It'll be fine. It's only going to hold one of my transformer tables. Time I get all that done, it'll be safe and secure anyway. So but anyway, I'm probably thinking like a camping area, picnic area, a picnic area, table, place back here underneath. That way, if it would start raining, you can still rail fan in the rain. Nobody will be able to go any further because this is like the property line of Prestonburg, where it looks like a ditch, but it's actually where the two boards come together, and I never filled it in. So, and basically all that is actually right there is framework that's holding the foam and piece of foam and everything up that I did in another video, that I stuffed it full of other foam and dirt and old stuff and made that rock cut. So, but right here is the end of the Prestonburg area, right at the track, and that property line ditch. So that bridge ain't really considered Prestonburg. And this area is from the plywood split, and on is Prestonburg. And of course back here, which, like I said, will be like you could probably camp, rail fan, picnic area, stuff like that. Just a place to meet up and enjoy a day. And of course right there is the tunnel. I tried to make it look like it was longer than it actually is by putting those two pieces of foam in there and making it look like part of the mountain as you're walking through it. Up here, I don't exactly know what's going to go on the ledges, the ledge parts. I thought of a waterfall back here, but I did not put no culvert or anything right there, so there's no sense of trying to put a waterfall in behind something that you ain't going to see in the dark anyway. So, and of course Prestonburg's peekaboo is through that tunnel portal right there, and this is the Prestonburg pass-through, where it goes tunnel to tunnel, mountain to mountain. And I'm starting to like it. I mean, like I said earlier, I will blend these two rock cuts in with some more rock right there. And you can see right there, this BNSF 6951 fella has invaded the railroad sometime and left his trademark on a rock. And if we take the tunnel portal away, when this rock cut was under the old mountain, this Tony fella put his name on a rock, on the old rock cut. And those names will probably stay because no one's going to come in and repaint rock. And in the real world, you'll have that vandalism and problems, and people leave their trademark name behind to help their YouTube channel and everything else. There could be more names. You just never know who might just show up and do some rail fanning and end up with their name on a rock. And they wouldn't actually hear, guys, but because Tony and Vinny both is way too far away. But I just thought it was, to give the rock character, and some of my friends' names would be able to go on the rocks. And And there'll be more on there. I just haven't got them on there, but just joking around. I thought it was neat to have BNSF 6951 invade the rock cut and leave his trademark, as well as this Tony fella. And it just says Tony was here, so that could be, you know, I guess really any Tony. It could be a Redbird Tony, or it could be an Anthony somebody. So, but anyway, guys, that's going to end this video because it's almost 21 minutes long. Or actually it is. Now, coming up right now. But all of this will get painted some kind of dark color, and then I will start blending colors in like I did over here. Just, you know, to kind of bring it on down the ramp. Even though that ain't really a rock cut on a mountain, but I jagged it anyway just to give it that, you know, that cut look. Like they built the wall there. So, and like I said, here's going to be one of my other favorite little tunnels, which is a culvert. But all the water will run off the parking lot here in Prestonburg at the historic site and run through that culvert over here and drain into the future river. But until next time, to the next video, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment in the section below, ring the bell so you don't miss no upcoming videos on this channel. And until the next update video of Prestonburg, I will see you later. Take care, God bless, and thanks for watching.